All right, what's up? So, crazy day, I know. I'm having fun. My forehead's really wrinkly. Okay, so I just wanted to admit that I was wrong. Hospitals are running out of space. I just had, and I'm gonna go through this in a minute, and I know that there's not many people on live, and I'd like some feedback. See somebody online, make sure you share this, because I have to admit that I was wrong, okay? I was wrong about the fact that hospitals, I've been saying that they're not running out of space, that they're not being overwhelmed. And specifically, I'm wrong about the running out of space, because they are running out of space. Because, see, I have a lot of nurses that are patients of mine. Crazy, isn't it? People in the medical community go to a crazy chiropractor. Yeah, they do, because they know they don't want to end up in the hospital where they work. Because they know it's not a good place to be. Now, granted, again, I always say, hey, listen, if you're going to have a heart attack, have it in the United States, because we're one of the best emergency systems in the world. We have some of the best emergency physicians. We have some of the best doctors to be able to save your life in an emergency situation. Exclude COVID from that whole thing, because what we're doing right now is we're financially incentivizing hospitals to put people on ventilators and drugs that suppress their immune system. Okay, I'm going to reiterate that. So here's the deal. I was wrong. Hospitals are running out of space. A nurse was able to make it in for her adjustment today because she got sent home. Why? Because they're running out of space. Exactly. She literally said that. She's like, we're running out of space. You wanna know why? Snitches. Snitches need to get some stitches. All right, so here's what happened. At her hospital, she works on a computer in a call center. Her and her fellow employees weren't socially distancing at the hospital, and some snitch in the hospital, her coworkers, snitched on them. But here's the funny thing. The hospital's facility, the offices they work in, can't even get their employees 6 feet apart to be able to socially distance. Again, I don't understand how the virus can't move 6 feet 1 inch. It's somehow only able to go 6 feet, runs into a wall, that 6 foot wall. Hospitals don't even use science. Okay, anyways, so the nurse was sent home because they couldn't socially distance, because they didn't have enough room, so now they got to go every other. It's kind of like in the stalls. You know, you got to socially, listen, I will advocate for social distancing. When I was in high school, we had the urinals in the men's bathroom were like the full-on stand-up all the way to the floor. You know what? You walked up to that urinal. Well, there are urinals, and there's like this much wall between the next urinal. You never, ever go up. You go every other urinal. You do not walk up. Because there was no dividers like we got now. Those dividers, those are nice, you know? A little bit of splash guard. You know, you can imagine peeing in those urinals and it goes all the way to the floor. If you don't socially distance at those urinals, it is a bare minimum. You skip one urinal. You know what? You get an ugly look. You come up to the urinal next to me, and especially if there's a guy on the other, every other urinal from me, and we got an empty one in between. You walk up and you start peeing and you don't wait. Oh boy, you just violated our social distancing policy in the men's bathroom. You gonna get an ugly look. You gonna get it. You better socially distance. If there's no wall dividers and them urinals, it's every other one. It's every other one. You understand me? Unless you're at a ball game and it's quick and hurry, you gotta get in and out and time out, Okay, cool. So here's the deal. I am wrong. I was wrong. Hospitals are running out of space. And why are they running out of space? Because of snitches. Because Big Brother wants you to tell on your brother and sister. They want you to tell on your coworkers if they're working in an office not around patients. Oh, you sitting in the computer within arm's length of your fellow employee who you have been working with for how long? You get told on, well, policy's policy. Somebody's got to go home. We can't be having no social non-distancing in a hospital. We could be putting patients at risk. You know what? So all of y'all, every other one of you go on home. She said 4 people went home. Four people went home. Hospitals ain't running out of space because they're overwhelmed with patients. They're running out of space because they can't socially distance. So thank God she's going home early and gets paid. But that's why. That's why they're running out of space. They can't socially distance because they don't have big enough office space. This is a joke, folks. This is the world we live in right now. They told us this was a doomsday virus. Going to kill everybody, 2 million people in America. You better shut down everything and socially distance, wear your darn masks. Well, it seems like the hospitals are dead broke and nobody's coming in and we ain't got nothing to do. I got nurses from all the hospitals practically around the area. All right? In a military hospital in Nashville, some of the most heavily populated, congregated areas. I've even had patients of mine who family members. Mind you, I've not had a single one of my patients come down positive with coronavirus. Not a single one of my patients, I believe. But patients and their family members of my patients have. But none of my patients live in the same home who make love or hug and kiss and take care of and feed their children. You know what? To somebody infected with COVID, but they ain't getting sick. You know why? Because it's not a virus that causes illness. A virus is an opportunistic protein, RNA protein, that has receptors for your cells. And if it can bind to your cells, then guess what? It can infect your cells. But your cells are supposed to be well-nourished, well taken care of. Your stress and your body should be in healthy, non-beneficial or non-appropriate environment for that virus to be able to infect you. So my patients not getting sick, their family members are getting sick. The ones ain't getting in here and getting adjusted and doing what I tell them. All right, that's the way it's happening. No, nobody's died. Nobody's gotten sick. Yeah. But again, hospitals are running out of space to socially distance. So they're sending their employees home because they're not overwhelmed. The doomsday virus never came. The World Health Organization, the CDC, and everybody else lied to us again. They lied to us in the past. They lied to us again. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. When's somebody going to understand the way how that works? Somehow. Let's listen to them the next time they predict another doomsday virus. It was bird flu, swine flu, now it's coronavirus. Golly, this beer virus is horrible. That's what they should call it. Let's call it the beer virus. The beer virus, there's bird flu, now they got beer virus. Holy cow, somebody gave me a comment that's like 6 pages long. Can't read all that. Jeez on Pete's. Matthew 10. I'll read this. Monica, thank you for posting this. Brothers will turn against their own brothers and thank you. Oh my gosh. Monica, thank you so much. Okay, Matthew 10:21 through 23. Brothers will turn against their own brothers and hand them over to be killed. Fathers will hand over their own children to be killed. Children will fight against their own parents and will have them killed. 22, everyone will hate you because you follow me, but the one who remains faithful to the end will be saved. When we're faithful to the end, folks, pay attention. Faithful to the end, not faithful just at the beginning, faithful till the end, all right? When you are retreated badly in one city, go to another city and I promise you that you will not finish going to all the cities of Israel before the Son of Man comes again. Okay, so here's the deal, folks. Turn your brothers and sisters over. You know that newscaster that Lily was saying, like, the people not wearing masks, they're our enemies. See their thought? See the thought on these people? People are like, I want you to do what I'm doing. I'm fearful. I want you to be in fear too. I'm so afraid that if you don't do what I said, that's idolatry. You ever want to study idolatry? And you want to, where's the book? Where's the book? Great little book. Now, I don't agree with everything, but some great gems in here, okay? Raphe, a study of medicine in the Bible, okay? Now, he doesn't actually break down, from what I've read, he doesn't break down what pharmakeia means, but he has some good nuggets in here. Really good, okay? So, again, I'm not advocating as this being a fully truthful Bible, but the guy has some good insight, and we can gain insight from it. Guess what? In times of idolatry, in the worship of Greek gods and idols, if you didn't submit to their idols, if you didn't bow to their idols, they would oftentimes kill you. They would wish you dead. Because it's like vaccines, it's like wearing the mask. Hey, if you want to wear a mask, that's fine. Good for you, but I will tell you, if you're wearing a cloth mask especially, I'm going to walk up to you. Maybe not walk up to everybody, but I will tell you, if you're standing across the cash register from me, I will tell you that, did you know that the research science shows that cloth masks actually increase the risk of infection and can cause obstruction and airway alterations, physical alterations to airways? Yeah, okay, that's what science says. So I'll warn people about it. But now, see, you can if you want, but don't make me bow to your idol. Don't make me live in fear. I'm not going to do it, but this newscaster wants us to be, I'm these people's enemy. He is inciting, sowing discourse among brethren is something the Lord doesn't like. Now, I know somebody's going to say it. They're going to say, well, Dr. Dale, you're saying that these medical physicians are really liars and cheats and thieves and drug dealers. You're sowing discourse amongst brethren too. And I know I'm trying to work on being better at explaining the fact that if they're deceived, I'm still going to point out lying tongue. And I need to be able to say that it's not the person that I hate. It never is. It is their lying tongue I hate. Okay? And it's the pharmaceutical companies. And that's the business and system and demonic system. Their idols are literally demonic symbols, serpents with wings. It's kind of like serpent with a wing. What's it sound like? Devil. Okay, so idolatry. Get this, folks. So basically, they would believe that if you don't bow to their idol, then the whole community could be punished. It didn't matter. See, Jesus Christ doesn't say, I'm going to punish you if your brother or sister doesn't worship me. But Greek gods and idols, that's what people would believe. They would believe that the entire community would be punished if everyone didn't submit. So what'd they do? Just like they're doing with vaccines, just like they're doing with masks. They are basically saying, hey, if you don't wear a mask, shame your brother and sister, hate them, see them as your enemy. They're sowing discord. They're wanting you to hate the other person. All right? I understand they're in fear, but I'm going to help free their mind, all right, to understand the lies and deceit. But they are worshiping idols, because if you want to know what an idol is, it's that worship in that faith that what they're being told and what they're doing is necessary for everyone, or everyone will be punished. So like vaccines. Well, it doesn't matter that I got my vaccine. That doesn't matter. You need to get your vaccine or my vaccine won't work. So we need everybody to submit to the God of vaccinations, to our idol that is a cow, vaca, cow. That's what it means, vaca. Study it. I believe it's Italian. Can't say for sure. I need to go back and check my notes. Okay? But vaca in a different language means cow. All right? That's where the original term vaca came from. Because again, cow serum, cowpox, smallpox, cured cowpox. Yeah, right. But anyways, folks, they are worshiping idols. They don't even know it. There's a lot of idol worship. I mean, you can make pizza your idol if you want to. If you're like, listen, I want to go out and eat pizza instead of going to church and worshiping God, pizza's an idol. If you put pizza before God, guess what? It's an idol. If you have faith that pizza's going to save you at this time, it's an idol. If you have faith that a mask is going to save you at this time and you want to hate somebody else because they won't wear a mask, that's an idol. If you want to say everybody can't go back and gather in large communities and large congregations and go to church in a building amongst brethren, amongst the brothers and sisters under the Lord, Jesus Christ, you know what? You are worshiping an idol. And if pastors are not willing to stand up right now, and I understand it may take understanding that must be gained to be able to properly communicate this stuff to your congregation, I pray and hope that more pastors will take the time to understand what is going on and seek the truth in this time. To seek discernment from those people who've been looking into this, that have been studying this stuff right now. All right? Because if we're going to sit around as a Christian community in churches and say, we can't come back and gather together to worship the name and our Lord Jesus Christ until we get a vaccine, you're an idol worshiper then. And you're allowing people to be sold into idolatry, sold into bow down, take our vaca, nation following a cow. That's what vaccination in my mind says. Break the word down. 2 parts. Vaca, nation. Vaxa, nation. Vaca means cow, nation. A nation following a cow. That's what it means. All right? So, I want to go to church. I want to gather together with my brothers and sisters. I want to worship the Lord, and I will never submit to a cow injection. I will never get a vaccine. I hope you never will either. All right? So I don't even know where this all started. Oh, yeah. Space is limited to the hospitals because they don't have enough space to socially distance. They're not running out of hospital beds. They're running out of 6 feet per spaces. They need 6 feet spaces to properly socially distance in a hospital, in a call center. I'm sorry, we should be doing chest compressions right now, but we've got a new policy here in the hospital that we're not allowed to come in within 6 feet of you. So I don't know how we're going to be able to do chest compressions or the Heimlich maneuver to save your life. You're choking. Socially distance requires us to stay 6 feet away from you to be able to treat you. I'm sorry about that. Because we're sending our call workers, our call centers home because they can't get 6 feet away from each other. We got them wearing masks, but we need them 6 feet apart and wearing masks. So we're going to go ahead and lay them all off. They get to go home because they don't need more people. They need more 6 feet spaces, 6 foot. They need more stickers on their floor. This seat can be sat in, skip that seat, got to sit 6 feet away. So they need stickers on all their seats. They should put stickers on all their computers. Be like, this computer can be used, but the next one can't. We'll put a sticker on the other one that says you can sit and stand and work on that computer 6 feet apart. That's what they need to do. I don't understand why the hospitals haven't thought of this stuff. Man, they need me to start running the hospital, I think. We'll get them dang stickers out like they got everywhere else and tell you, this is where you can stand. This is where you can work at your workstation. Is there anybody here to get adjusted? Yeah, Brianne's here. She's warming up. Okay, she's warming up? Cool. Somebody's warming up to get adjusted. Okay, so. Let me see if I can. I was at a hospital today. My daughter broke her arm, and we had to get a new cast. It was dead. No one was there. This is a lady speaking up. They gave us a mask, and on the way out, the lady who was doing the temperatures, she said, now you have a mask to wear to the store. I looked at her and said, you shouldn't re-wear these. I hope you're not telling people that. All people drive me mad. Absolutely. What if the mask caught the virus while you were in proximity to the person? See, this is the problem with masks and why they can actually increase the susceptibility of true infection. Because a mask could catch it when you're in the proximity of somebody else. Now, you may not have breathed that in, or you may have breathed the virus in. Your natural IgA mucosal membrane, your mucosal blanket. Chamomile's good for that. Mucosal blanket, nice snuggly blanket in your mucosal membranes. So, I don't know why I like talking like that. I don't know. It's a lot of fun. So, hey Betty, come here. We got this guy's on talking about a mucosal blanket. I want one of those blankets. Is it like a Snuggie? It's like a Snuggie blanket. Chamomile gives you an internal Snuggie. So your immune system can neutralize it. You have other beneficial bacteria that can neutralize it. You have other virome. You have viruses that could possibly neutralize it and prevent it. So the reality is, you know what? Your body should have enough benefit. And if you do get infected, you should be able to fight it off really quickly. That's the reality of things. So as long as your immune system's well fed, not under stress, you'll be good. Do the right thing. Respond. Now, if you got a mask on, here's what happens. You come in contact, instead of breathing it in and then it doesn't adhere, it gets breathed out. Well, now it gets caught in your mask. It becomes caught in something. that now you can't get away from. Now you got it here, and because it's caught here on the mask, every time you breathe in, it's getting closer, closer, close. Now it's sucked in. But had you never had the mask on, or you took the mask off after you were in the proximity of those infected, you take the mask off, now it did its job, and then you replaced it, technically a mask might help you. But the reality is, by telling people to keep wearing the same mask over and over and over and over again, or continue to wear it after hours and hours and hours, guess what happens?
The one canceled, but you do have a patient to adjust.
Is she ready to get adjusted?
Yes.
Okay, I gotta adjust somebody. So let me finish this thought. So, you wear the mask, you basically keep sucking it harder and harder and harder, and finally gets dislodged from the mask, goes in your lungs, and even if, like I said before, you are able to breathe it back out, it gets stuck in the mask again, and then you suck it back in, and it gets repetitive, time after time after time, the capability of reinfecting higher chances of infection, especially with cloth masks. So, and especially long-term use, and as well as long-term use with medical masks as well would happen. Because again, you get caught in that filter, not breathed in, and if you discarded the mask, hey, it protected you, did what it was supposed to do. Good, because they do have some benefits in a scenario like that, all right? So, that's the way it should be used. But our medical physicians and our government officials and our facilities out there mandating them, telling the people working at these restaurants to wear them continuously, which causes nasal passage structural changes, worn for hours at a time. It's harming them, and it increases the risk because it's not being used properly. This is the problem. They don't care. They want you to abide by their rules. They want you to bow to their idols. They don't really care about what's best for you, because if they did care about what's best for you, our government officials wouldn't be allowing the mandated masks and then say it don't matter what mask you are as long as you got a mask on. That's why, you know what? If I do have to wear a mask, I'm just going to put my turkey hunting, camo mask on and walk on in. I'm going to laugh at them all. I'm going to walk around. I'm going to have it like here, just so like this much sees. I got a mask on. Because people don't care about what's best for others and stuff like that. They think they do. But if the officials actually did, like our health department, I'll call my health department out. Hey, health department in Montgomery County, if you actually care about people, you better be educating the community on not repeat use of masks. You better educate people on the science that says that cloth masks increase your risk of infection. If you truly care about reducing the risk of people getting sick, then do what's right and tell them how to properly use masks. They don't care. I bet they won't. Send them the video. Tag them in it. All right, love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Share this truth. Don't just like it.